Rhomash, Ryder, Joan, and Dracarys find themselves walking into a port city. You've been traveling for about 2 weeks now, and in your pocket you have a letter. I get whoever wants to have this note. I don't know who would be taking it, but you have a letter of dispatch from King Ezra detailing to you that a treasure hunter appears to have found his long-lost sword. By a matter of coincidence, this sword was stolen very shortly before the bubble went up, so of course they were unable to pursue the thieves, and now it has been, a couple thousand years that this sword has been gone. However, this treasure hunter feels that he knows where the sword has been hidden, so you're to meet up with him at his ship and go and find the sword.
I feel like this is a trap. There's no way that this gentleman could know where this sword is. It's been gone for thousands and thousands of years.
I mean, that doesn't really mean anything.
People find treasure all the time.
Seebo found that eye monocle doodad that he blooded to his brain. I mean...
Yeah, where'd he find that anyway?
I wasn't it in
You weren't around yet.
Yeah, your character was not around, bud.
You might know.
Nobody knows except me.
Nobody knows what the shadow knows.
The shadow knows.
Alright, so you guys have just rolled into town. I'm assuming that unless you guys have other things you want to try and do, you're going to head down to the harbor to find this guy.
Hell yeah. Make a
guess
beeline.
Can we stop for a beer?
Oh my god.
If you'd like to.
It's our story. Let's go.
Well, let's get something to drink on the way in. Does that sound good to anybody else?
Does Joan need to drink anymore, or didn't he come to terms with his family's death or something after spending 2 years with them in hell?
Oh, that's right.
Doesn't mean he doesn't want to drink anymore.
Oh, I know. I'm just curious
but
if he's a drunkard still.
He's not a drunkard anymore. Yeah, no. Now that he knows.
His whistle's a little
I
wet.
could go to it for a drink. Sometimes you need to forget about things,
I hear with you that's not difficult anymore.
It's a fine art that I perfected over the years.
I like you. I like you, Mr. Redsun. I like you very much.
I like you too, Mr. Little Man. Sorry, I'm not great with names. To the tavern.
Alright, you find the local watering hole and spend a short amount of time there, put down a few drinks, and then proceed down to the waterfront. Well, there you see several large merchant vessels, and parked amongst them is a fairly small, sort of a sailing ship.
If I were a gambling man, I would probably assume that's the one we're looking for.
Oh, no, it's gotta be the big one over there.
Now, size is not everything, Dracarys. I mean, with us...
Yes, it is.
With us, it usually is. But in this particular case, I don't think size is everything, okay?
It's usually the small guys that are saying
It's not really about size.
Well,
it's more of the motion of the
Let me
ocean.
look at the letter and see if there was anything that detailed it. And Joan will pull the letter out of his pocket because, of course, he's the most trustworthy one other than maybe Rhomash to be able to have the letter to carry it with him.
Ryder.
Boom, got him. And so he's gonna open up the letter to read through it again real quick. Just scan through, see if there's anything that'll help them find out which one.
I was just
where they
thinking
gotta
that
go.
Joan was the most likely one to have been sent from the capital. And
Well,
King
we-
Ezra would have been like, Dracarys, oh no, he's fucked up.
We all know.
Alright, so you scan, so the only other piece of information you're able to pick up is that the ship is called the Ellsworth.
Alright, we're looking for the Ellsworth.
Can I do a perception check of the harbor? See if I can't see the Ellsworth?
Go ahead.
Cool beans. That's a 22.
Okay. The Ellsworth is in fact this small sailing ship that you have seen. You're able to tell that it has, it looks very sturdy, however the wood is very old and weathered. It looks like this ship has seen quite a few years on the sea, but everything on the ship appears to be kept in very proper order.
There she blows, boys. She's over there. How'd you like my pirate voice?
I feel like you should be saving it for another campaign.
Oh, wait, what's a campaign?
What's a pirate?
I'm not too keen on... Wait, who said we were sailing?
the fact that we're looking for a ship in a dock kind of...
Oh, I don't do well.
Well, anyway,
Electricity and water do not mix, bud.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Jesus, I forgot about that.
anyway, let's head on over to the boat, guys.
What does electricity have to do with a boat?
Anyway, Rhomash
Okay.
starts making his way over to the boat.
All right, you head on down to the boat, and as you approach the boat, you see a man step up over the side of the boat and into view, standing on the gangplank. He is dressed what looks sort of like a blue, like, naval uniform. Very, proper. Everything is in its correct place.
Oh, God, it's a pansy.
And he says, "Hello, good fellows. You must be the ones that were sent by the king. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Captain Arthur Lawrence, at your service."
What's up, Arthur?
The pleasure's all mine, Captain
Or
Lawrence.
can I call you Larry?
So did you spend all the king's money on your clothes? 'Cause it's not on the ship, I can see.
No. This ship is more than seaworthy, and our reward will be in the glorious treasure that we find at the end of our quest.
Did you say treasure?
Money to the crew, I see.
Yes, there is supposed to be a sizable fortune that has been left with this sword that the king seeks.
Ooh, the sword. I'm very interested to know what makes you think this is the sword that the king wants.
Well, chap, I have my sources, but I can't exactly reveal those. He winks, and you notice for the first time that he also is wearing a golden monocle in one eye.
Okay.
Rhomash will take note of
Is
that.
Seebo in this with us?
No,
find out.
Seebo's not
four
here.
people here.
And he continues, "Anyways, chaps, we're just about ready to set sail. Let me give you this list I've prepared. If you could go grab a few supplies, and we'll be underway within the hour."
I think Joan and I can handle the supplies, don't you, Joan?
I mean, more hands make lighter work.
Rhomash, can I talk to you for a second?
That's what they say in the brothels, too.
Does that monocle remind you of anybody else's?
I mean, it does bring Seebo to mind, but Seebo's not here, and I don't know. I doubt this guy blood magicked it to his face like Seebo did. How in the world could there be two people that stupid in this world?
And as you're
Come
having
on.
this discussion, a rift opens in the air about 3 feet above the ground, and Seebo drops through it onto the ground.
Howdy, y'all.
Speak of the devil, and he shall appear.
What, you
What's
call
up,
me
buddy?
you call me a devil now just because I've been chilling in hell for the past few months?
Were
Yes,
you just
sir.
mocking me?
What? No,
You
I
said howdy, y'all.
No, I would
the hell
never.
did this guy
No, I would never do that, Joan.
How did you get here through the sky out of nowhere?
That's right, chumps.
Oh well, I've been working with Lawson.
Oh, that's right. I kind of forgot.
You know, we've been just kind of doing a lot of research. I gotta tell you, there's so much information that you can learn in hell. Yeah, I was surprised. I thought hell is just death and destruction, and nothing good can come from that. But I've really learned a lot.
Oh, Seebo, you've grown so much. I'm so proud of you, son.
Thanks, Ryder. I still have mixed feelings about you, though. I've learned a lot about tieflings and your people. Not trying to be racist here, but you haven't been very reliable.
I retract my last statement, and now I am angry at you.
Well, you know what? I'm glad to see you, little buddy. How you doing?
Rhomash!
The big hug between Dragonborn and Gnome.
I've
going
missed
on
you,
here.
Rhomash. I was sad to have to part you. How are your memories coming?
Oh, they're coming. I've been working with Og, and he seems like a pretty chill dude. I mean, it makes sense that he raised me and all that. I mean, he's cool.
Yeah,
My memories are kind of coming along.
It's kind of like your dad. I mean,
Little bit.
he did raise you, and
Yeah,
and all
you know.
that, I would hope you'd think he would be a cool
He's kind
guy.
of teaching me the ways of being a druid again. It's all starting to come back a little bit.
Aha! I see we have acquired another crew member. Captain Arthur Lawrence, at your service.
Arthur, beautiful monocle. Shoddy workmanship, but it looks good on your face, mate.
Well, thank you, sir. I see you are also a man of quality.
Of course, sir. I mean, mine's a little bit more permanent. I actually need it, but
Huzzah.
That's all right. We can't all have the sterling eyesight that I myself have.
well, I mean, I'm sure I have better eyesight than you. It's simply that I need my monocle to see. That's all.
Very well. Anyways, Hump 2, we need to set sail soon to catch the tide.
Captain.
All right, let's go.
All right, so you guys acquire the supplies. Nothing too extreme, just some basic stuff. This whole trip, the island is really less than 8 hours sailing away from the shore through fairly calm waters, so you don't anticipate much resistance getting there. So you bring the supplies back, you get all the rigging underway. The captain is able to fairly easily show you guys the ropes of getting the ship underway, and like I said, the seas are fairly calm, so you're able to keep this ship going in the right direction without too much, work. The sun starts to set over the horizon. The captain says, "All right, chaps, I would advise you get some rest. We should be at the island at first light."
Oh, how can I rest? This is the first sunset I've seen in ages.
And just fall asleep to it, bud. Just fall asleep to it.
It's too beautiful.
Can you point the way to the galley? And, if there's any rum?
Rum.
The galley is down below over there, but I don't have any rum. I'm more of a sherry man myself.
Sherry's good enough for me. Catch y'all later.
And that would be stored,
There is a bottle or two in the galley, I suppose.
Wow, okay.
Well, if anyone needs me, I'm gonna be sitting right here. And he takes a seat down on the deck and to watch the sunset, and he pulls out his bag of weed holding.
Bag of infinite weed.
That it's getting lower now. A few months have gone by, but I think been working with
Him
Larson
and his hell buddy
too.
have been going at it.
Been working with Larson too, so he hasn't really been dipping into it.
All right.
More like adding to it.
Yeah.
All right, so Seebo, you sit out to watch the sunset. Roll a perception check for me.
Ooh.
I don't know why I make you even bother with perception checks anymore, but we'll do it anyway.
23. Here we go.
I would
Oh,
laugh.
20.
Jesus
Unnatural.
Christ.
As you watch the sunset on the horizon, it is a gorgeous sunset, and you catch just on the edge of the horizon sight of a ship that appears to be sailing out there.
Have everyone walked on below deck?
I think everybody else is gone. You're pretty. Just the captain is still up on the deck.
Arthur, Captain Arthur.
Yes, my boy.
You see that ship out there?
I do see it indeed.
What kind of ships be sailing these waters?
He takes a look and he squints at it through his monocle. Oh yes. Well, I think that we should be avoiding that one if at all possible, but he's a good enough chap.
What's that supposed to mean?
Listen, my good man, the less you know, the better. The less you know, the better. And he pulls out a pipe as well and sort of leans on the edge of the railing and watches the sunset.
How encouraging.
So you make it through the night uneventfully, and the next morning you find yourselves with an island coming up quickly on the horizon.
Hey, land ho.
Dracarys stumbles out onto the deck.
Well, I don't know what was in that bottle, but it certainly was a bit stronger than I anticipated.
I believe it was sherry.
Isn't that good, though?
It was very good.
Sherry.
Yes, I should have warned you. Due to my years of practice and my elven nature, I have found a way to fortify that sherry a little bit. I should have warned you. That was my mistake.
Well, I'll say it was exquisite. Thank you for sharing with us.
Anyways, so you have now made it much closer to this island. You drop anchor, and the captain turns to all of you and says, "Welcome, gentlemen, to Kisdan Island, where treasure awaits."
Alright, where's the treasure map? Grab the shovels, let's find the X in the dirt, and we'll go.
Been this close and nobody's noticed. Ha! Best place to hide it.
You're telling me that there's treasure all around, yet we've only gone a day out of port.
Rhomash puts his arm around Seebo and goes,
Seebo, nature is treasure. All around us, there's treasure.
How much are you smoking, buddy?
You're not wrong.
I mean, I've been hanging with Seebo. They're on deck, so I might
Yes.
add a little.
Yes, my fellow, you do have a point. This treasure may be, not the easiest to acquire. They say there are strange folk here on this island.
Strange how?
Strange.
More like you.
They're no match for my mighty morphin quarterstaff. Let's do this.
Oh, I completely forgot about that thing.
So, you guys, take the longboat and, shove on over to the beach. So when you land on the beach, this is pretty much your, about as standard of a, jungle island as you can get. There's a nice sandy beach that, is about 75 feet, leading up to a thick wall of vegetation that appears to cover the rest of the island. In the center, there, appears to be some sort of a mountain range.
Arr, let's find our treasure.
Or you should stop doing that.
Why are you talking so weird?
Wait, you don't like my pirate voice? Well, come on.
What is a pirate?
What sort of pirates have you interacted with?
Probably not many.
All I know is that I should definitely build a vacation home here. This place is gorgeous.
Do we have a map, then, or...
Are we just blazing our own trail?
Well, yes, of course, fellow, I have a map. It's right here, and he waves a piece of parchment.
Well, terrific. Let me take a gander.
I'm sorry, I don't think that will really be possible.
And why's that?
You may find reading it is, difficult.
Well,
Why
it
would
just
that
so
be?
happens I read every language.
He just wordlessly, holds the paper out so that you can see it, and, it is completely blank.
Interesting.
Are you completely insane?
Of course not, sir.
This isn't one of those maps that only shows you places where you've been, has it?
Well, not exactly. It's a curious map, that's all I can say.
For your eyes only, I get it.
Somebody tried selling me one of those once. Carried the damn thing for 3 years before I realized it was blank.
Holy. I like traveling with you.
Yes, indeed. Well, yes, this one has led us here, and, just, you'll have to trust me that I can guide us in.
Onward, then.
We need to be heading, and he consults this piece of paper and then looks up at the jungle, kind of pointing back and forth. About that way, I believe.
You sound real sure of yourself
Hip-hip-hurry,
there for a
let's
map
do
holder.
this thing.
Well, this is I haven't come this way before.
Okay.
Alright, well,
All right.
let's go.
Let's make a way.
Dracarys draws his weapon.
Rhomash got that quarterstaff ready to go.
He's got a scimitar out, slashing vegetation as he walks through.
Yeah.
Crambit in hand.
Hell yes.
Checking for booby traps.
Boobies.
You need me to do it.
You said traps.
You need me to do any sort of survival
Does
or
that
perception
mean-
check
wait,
for that?
Yeah, just do a survival check for me. We'll see how well you're blazing the trail through.
Following the trail we blaze.
Dude, that's all I could think about when he said this.
That is a natural 20.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
He sticks his hand out and the trail just forms in front of him.
He uses electricity.
Red carpet rolls out from a cave.
With uncanny skill, you are able to guide them through this dense wilderness, and you actually are able to detect a few areas of quicksand that would have given the party some serious trouble. However, since you are, doing so well, you were able to see those and avoid them.
Dracarys is a barbarian, isn't he?
Mhm.
So he has
Does he have, like...
Rip Harrison's traps.
Doesn't he have, like, a special ability that makes it so that he can actually see traps better or something?
That doesn't
I have
sound
to
familiar.
revisit those statistics to remember.
Sound familiar? That does not.
I don't know.
Those pages.
Anyways, so you've been cutting through the wilderness for about an hour now when suddenly you hear some rustling off in the woods coming from your left side.
Perception check. 15.
That's pretty low for you, bud.
That's kind of scary.
I rolled 3.
I know, you rolled a 3, because you're plus 12, you broken-ass character.
Are we all doing perception checks?
I mean, I guess you can't.
I mean, we don't all have to do it.
Oh, 19.
You're able to detect that there is something that you can't see it, but just from the sound seems to be of vaguely humanoid shape. Just from like the size and that you can sort of hear the displacement as it's sort of pushing through.
Can Seebo go away from the party into the underbrush and like move towards them sneakily?
Sure. Do a stealth check.
That is 17.
Okay. Yeah, you are sneaking along pretty stealthily. Are you just trying to get closer, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I want to get up on them.
Okay. So you have started creeping up. And when you get a little bit closer, you are able to discern that this is a group of Lizardfolk.
Oh, fuck me.
Cool. How many?
There is 5 of them.
And they are unaware. Okay.
Well, they are...
Do they seem to have noticed us since we've noticed them?
They know you are there. They don't know specifically that you're creeping up on them, but they are looking off in the direction where everybody else is.
Okay. Well, can I take a attack of opportunity since they don't know I'm here?
Yes, you can try to attack them. You are still probably about 50 feet from where they are. And because, I'll just tell you this, because of the way that they are looking in your direction, if you start to try to move closer, there's going to be a pretty high probability that they would see you.
Well, 50 feet, I can take a ranged attack.
Yeah, I'm just saying those are your options.
Okay. Short bow.
Okay.
$2. Face. Ooh. But that's a 7 and not a 1.
I would have laughed.
16.
Okay. That is actually just gonna do it.
Awesome. Wait, it's a ranged attack. I'm not near them. I only get.
You have.
I don't get my sneak attack die. It's gonna be 10 damage.
You fire off a shot that smacks into one of the lizard folk pretty squarely, and he yells out in pain. And one of the others goes, "They're attacking! Charge!" And they turn and start rushing right towards the party, but also inadvertently you, Seebo.
Well, yeah.
So, what are you doing here?
Wow. So, before we... I'm able to see what he's doing, right?
I think that you probably were able to see him pop up and fire off an arrow.
Okay. So as soon as Seebo launches that arrow, Dracarys is going to notice the nearest tree.
Okay.
And as soon as that alarm is raised, he would like to try to climb that tree and put himself at an advantage to try to make an attack.
Okay. How far up this tree are you trying to climb?
Just like 8 to 10 feet.
Okay. Do an athletics check for me.
It's a 14.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to scramble up this tree and get up in one of the branches. And so at this point, Seebo, are you more or less standing your ground, or are you trying to run away?
Well, if I can take my hide roll, my disengaged roll, to try to move in a way that they can't see me or lose track of me.
I mean, I don't... Okay, I'll give you this. If you want to try to roll for it, I think that you can at least, for momentarily, get away from them, but like, when you popped up and fired off, they're looking right at you
so
now.
So what I'm looking for now is to simply drop and reposition.
Okay.
So that they don't know exactly where I am.
Right, so just like get into the undergrowth.
Yes.
Okay, so go ahead and roll.
So 9.
Okay. You do duck down into the underbrush, but one of these guys is going to peel off and sort of come towards you because you're not able to hide super well.
Right. In that case, Seebo will be donning his, or putting away his bow and pulling out his daggers.
Okay. All right, well then I guess at this point we're going to do some initiative. Rhomash, what do you got?
Rhomash got a 22.
Okay.
Why can't I roll a
Ryder?
natural 20 for anything?
So I was actually going to wonder, being that I did scurry up into the tree, did they happen to notice me doing that?
I would say for you, they did not, because you guys were probably about 100 feet behind Seebo.
Okay, well...
24.
So in total, they were about 150 feet away when you started moving up, so I think you're probably good.
Okay.
Take my glory.
Then I'm mostly going to lie in wait for them to come to me and try to have an advantage.
Okay. Joan, what do you got?
Unless I'm moving through the trees.
9.
Do you still want me to roll for that, initiative-wise?
Yeah, good. Still roll initiative, because you're still going to be in the initiative order.
That's a unnatural 20.
Okay. Seebo, what'd you get?
17.
Meanwhile, Dracarys is trying to whisper to anybody.
Hey, lure 'em back this way.
Let's kick this off.
Let's do it.
Alright, Ryder, you're at the top of the order. So, we'll just... So that there's not a whole round where everybody's just running. I'm going to assume that you guys have also started, except for Dracarys. Everybody else, I'm guessing, started closing the distance.
Yeah, and I can very readily see that there are lizard people right there, and...
Yes.
Yep.
So, at this point, then, one of them broke off going towards Seebo, but the rest of them have kept... The other 4 have kept pushing towards you.
So, the one that's going after Seebo, I'm gonna use Eldritch Blast on him. Oh. I love Eldritch Blast.
Be original, bud.
120 feet?
It's nearly 240 feet.
Wow, that's
Do you
great.
use your invocations?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I use my invocations to shoot it further and to hit it harder. Because it's the main thing for warlocks.
No, it's not.
It's the only thing for warlocks.
Alright, just do it.
22 for my attack?
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. So that's 5 plus 7, that's 12, plus 4, so 16?
Okay. Yeah, you smoked this dude. He is looking really not great and is stumbling around stunned. Rhomash is up.
Let me show you something there, bud.
Rhomash, seeing Ryder use magic, decides to try and up the ante, and he's going to cast Call Lightning. First, I need to see if the magic even works, so... That's an 18.
Okay. With an 18, you can either choose to double the power of the spell or learn another spell.
I am learning another spell.
Okay.
I don't need to double that damage.
Alright, so go ahead and do your attack, and then we can...
Alright, so a storm cloud appears in the shape of a cylinder, 10 feet tall, blah, 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 blah. It's like, basically there's this big-ass storm cloud above us now, blocking out the sun. When I cast it, I choose a point I can see within range, which is 120 feet. Each creature, and I'm choosing, like, dead center between all of these lizard folk. Each creature within 5 feet of that point must make a dex saving throw. On a fail, they take 3d10 lightning damage. On a save, they take half as much. And on each of my turns, for 10 minutes... I can choose to use my action to do it again.
Okay, so I think you're probably going to hit the 4 that were in a group. The one that broke off going towards Seebo is going to be farther away. So they got to make dex saves?
They have to make dex saves.
Okay, what am I trying to beat?
You're trying to beat 15.
Okay. One of them succeeded and the other 3 failed.
Alright. They take 20 lightning damage each. Except for the one who succeeded, he takes half as much damage.
Okay, so 10. Okay.
And Rhomash is going to look at Ryder with like a look that's saying, beat that, bud. like all proud of himself. Like, that's magic.
Okay. So the one that was already damaged from Seebo's arrow is toasted. You see his bones glow inside of him as he just gets crisped. The rest of them look extremely bad. Dracarys is up.
I'm going to see if I can hurl a javelin
Okay.
at the leader of the one leading the charge.
It's probably not what you want to hear, but it's actually 30 feet accurately and 120 feet inaccurately.
Which means I have disadvantage.
Correct.
You may as well take your shot.
Yeah.
Do it. Just do it.
Not to,
From my position, do I have any sort of advantage on, like, picking my target, or is the range going to be enough to make it an easy shot?
Yeah, I still think that... I don't think that your relative height is going to affect your accuracy that much.
Alright. So then, yeah, I throw it in.
Okay. We'll say that you're targeting the guy that was able to save, since it makes sense that he would probably be leading the charge now, since he would have recovered the quickest.
Yeah. That's a 15.
Yeah, 15 actually does it. That is their AC.
Nice.
That's 10 piercing damage.
Alright, you throw your javelin, and like a Japanese samurai movie, this javelin impacts him, and he goes flying in the air with his legs kicking as the javelin impales him to the ground, and he is dead.
Nice. Dracarys. Getting work done.
Seebo, you are up now. There is one that is very damaged who was chasing you, and he's kind of standing near you now.
I would like to ask, you said when he got hit with the Eldritch Blast that he was stunned. Did you mean that literally?
No, not in the D&D sense, but he is kind of reeling back, and I think was less interested in you because he got smacked with a fireball.
Okay, well, Seebo is going to then take a few steps and jump out of the grass and go for the throat, put him down.
Okay.
Sadistic little gnome. You've been spending too much time in hell.
That's for sure. That's going to be... I can roll for both. So one will hit.
Okay.
So that is 8 damage.
Okay, yeah, Seebo pounces on this guy, slices him up, cutting his throat clean out. Curiously enough, you guys see him take this, like, sort of piece of the throat that he's cut out, and he sticks it into a bag that he's got on his hip.
What?
Hey, guess what? A lizard is actually going to get to attack.
Yay!
By God.
Yay, lizard people.
Yeah, oh, I'm so proud of them.
So brave. Continuing to
right?
attack as they watch their brothers just die.
One of them has finally been able to push his way forward, and he's going to try to attack Ryder now.
Like
he
you.
gets...
He's the most reptile looking. I'm kidding.
That's racist.
Racism.
Also incorrect. Rhomash is the most reptile looking.
First, he's going to swing with his club.
Nah, he looks like a dude.
11
Damn.
against AC, probably not going to do it.
Nope.
With scales.
I look like
Right
a
now he looks like a
four-ton
tree.
lizard witch.
Yeah.
And then he's going to try to make an attack with his shield.
I think he's bronze.
That's cool.
Correctly.
And that's also not going to do it. That's an 8.
Bitch got nothing. He tried. He tried so hard.
And got so far, but in the end, it
Listen,
didn't even
he
matter.
got erect. He's not feeling so good. All right, Mr. Redsun.
What the hell we even got left out here? We got that one dude that
You
fought
have-
Ryder.
2 of them. One of them just attacked Ryder. One of them is just slightly behind that guy. Both of them look very, very, very bad.
Okay, where's Ryder? Where are they in comparison? Joan is still. He wasn't moving up.
Okay, if you did not move forward, they are somewhere in the neighborhood of 50 feet away from you.
Okay. Fuck it. Let's do it. Joan is going to cast a fireball at the both of them. aiming in such a way that the radius doesn't reach Ryder, or Ryder's... Wait, hold on. I gotta see how big the radius is. Small, right?
Fireball.
Oh, fuck.
Fireball?
20-foot radius.
Then just set it like 15 feet behind him.
Don't worry about it.
Or so.
Anyways, the Ryder's like the only one within 20 feet of those two.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm basically
He can
invulnerable.
take it.
I'm basically invulnerable to fire, so don't even worry about it.
He's going to attempt to like get it in such a way that it hits those, but not Ryder.
Okay.
But if it hits Ryder, I guess it hits Ryder.
Don't even trip, dog.
Don't even trip. He's just gonna get pissed at you for launching a fireball at him.
Alright, go for it.
All right.
Worked out for
Each creature in the radius must make a dexterity saving throw.
Me too.
Alright, boys. I got Ryder, you are gonna have to roll. I got a nat 20 and an 18 for these guys.
Dang.
Fuck me.
I got a
But he sets the forest.
I got a 15.
Well, I just wasted a spell slot. Next turn.
Wait. Fireball.
Oh wait, no,
Don't
it
they
didn't.
take half damage?
Okay, so everyone's taking half damage. All right.
Including Ryder?
Yes.
Then he halves that because he's
a tiefling, and then I have that because I have infernal resistance too.
Yeah, so you're taking like a quarter damage.
An eighth damage.
You know you can only be resistant to something once, right? You can't double up on it.
Yeah, I don't think those stack.
No,
I'm
they
pretty
don't.
sure.
Resistances don't stack.
Oh well, then I'm just getting a fourth of damage then.
Anyways,
So it's like
Good try,
nothing.
bud.
Listen,
What was the
I'm just
second
trying
one
to
been from?
min-max. I'm just trying to min-max my dude.
That's 6 fire damage.
Yeah, that is still enough to toast both of these guys. And, it smells, very much like, crocodile getting cooked in here.
We're eating crocodile tonight.
Listen, these are sentient people.
Who eats sentient people?
They're lizard
We're
people. They don't
sentient
even
people.
They don't even qualify as sentient people.
Okay.
that's racist.
You have completed this, Lizardfolk encounter.
We solved your crocodile puzzle.
The murder is done.
The murder's done.
A murder most foul, or I guess crocodilian.
Dracarys retrieves his javelin, I guess.
Alright, Captain Lawrence comes walking up. Good show, fellows!
Oh yeah, that bitch that didn't do anything.
Thank you, Captain. Joan tips his hat.
Thanks, Larry. It's sad. Mikael would have skinned one of them.
Well, he's skinning a bunch of things there in the netherworld place he's at.
Excuse me, Captain. I didn't see you anywhere on the battlefield.
Well, of course, I was right behind you. Unless you have eyes in the back of your head, I wouldn't imagine you'd see me.
I, Captain, see you taking up the, rear guard position, as it's called.
Well, listen, he's the only one that can read the map, so if he dies, then we can't find the treasure, and we might not be able to get back to land, so...
I mean,
Well, boys,
Exactly.
got a
I mean,
point.
it's an island. How long would it take us to scour the island? I mean, come on. Just kidding.
Joan just side-eyes Rhomash.
Just kidding, Larry.
Indeed. Anyways, let's regroup and press on, shall we?
Indeed.
You know, that went way better than I thought it would.
Yeah, that was great. That's probably the best we've done in a while.
Speak for yourselves.
Onward!
Onward and downward.
Onward and outward.
I'm
Inward
ready.
and outward.
to
Inward
face
and
whatever
squidward.
challenges come our way.
Hello, everybody. This is Harrison.
Hey everybody, RJ here. I hope you're enjoying this episode of Realms and Nerds.
If you're not already, please subscribe to the show and turn on notifications so you don't miss any episodes.
It's available on pretty much every platform out there, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube.
Once you're subscribed, consider sharing the show with a friend. Word of mouth is the best way to help us grow.
Thank you so much to our friend Kyle for composing the melody of our main theme. And of course,
As always, thank you for listening. We appreciate all of you, and we're so grateful to have your support. Now, back to the action. Alright, you guys continue pressing on through this forest. Things are proceeding pretty well. I'm gonna need all of you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, of course.
I have advantage with
Here comes
those.
the boom. Ready or
If
not.
it's a trap.
That is a D6. What the
Is it
hell
a
am I
trap?
doing in my life?
I guess this would count as a trap, yes.
Oh, this sucks.
14.
22.
I got a natural 9. Not really. But I got 9. It's not my strong suit.
10.
Ryder?
14.
Okay. Well, everyone except for Seebo is going to get stuck in some quicksand.
Oh,
And
shit.
you guys are starting to sink in. I think you're up to about your knees right now.
Are there trees near me?
There are. However, there is also near you a large vine that begins to move and coil, and before you know, sitting right next to this quicksand is a large carnivorous plant.
Howdy.
I need you to talk to it.
I can't speak to plants. I don't have that spell.
Well, might as well just grab on to get us out.
Alright.
Y'all know this is carnivorous, right?
Guys, stop ruffling about, alright?
Oh,
I'm gonna-
Rhomash ain't moving.
I'm gonna
Rhomash
find a
is
way to get you out of
perfectly
here.
still.
Seebo, you think we're... Look at us. We're not thrashing about.
Okay.
I wonder-
Everybody that's stuck... Actually, you know, I just need... Yeah, everybody across the board, do a stealth check for me real quick.
Why are you
Are
laughing?
you okay?
Nope.
That's it? Just nope?
That a critical fail?
That's a 27 for Seebo.
Get me out of
Natural 20.
Get me out of here.
Okay.
Freak the fuck out.
What do you got, Rhomash?
18.
22.
He's not moving.
19.
And you had 27?
Natural 20, 27.
Okay. Seebo becomes a ghost. Just melts into the forest. The rest of you, you all sit completely still, except for Ryder, who tries to thrash about, drawing the attention of this plant that is going to try to attack him.
Low-key, he's the reason we succeeded.
See here, 14?
That is just hitting my... So I guess it does hit?
Yes.
Oh.
22?
Fuck.
So that hits as well. And another 14.
Jesus Christ, I'm not healing you.
I don't like carnivorous plants.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Alright, so you get hit for 14 piercing damage as this thing bites you, and then its two tendrils wrap around you and begin squeezing you really tight. And unless you're able to do something about that quickly, you're going to take some damage from getting crushed by those as well.
Start check. Fire!
So,
Kill it with fire.
alright, this plant has sort of grappled onto Ryder and bit him pretty good here. However, it appears now to have gone back to sort of sitting still, almost like it's listening for you. So the three of you that are in the pit, you are safe for now as long as you don't try to move.
Rhomash very, very slowly turns his head to everyone else who can see him and mouths,
Don't move a muscle.
he's not saying it, he is
Joan rolls
mouthing
his eyes.
Oh, what are we
Seebo? Yes.
Seebo would like
So-
to creep through the woods, get a nice vantage point on this vine, and then he would like to cast sleep on the vine.
Oh.
That's a D8, right? Yes.
Wonder if he has resistance.
5,
Immunity to
7. How many do I roll? 8. 5. 10.
the fuck?
16. Was that 5? 16 plus 6 is 32. Or 22.
So you're at 22.
Plus 5 is 27. Does it have... How many hit points of the creature this spell can affect?
Oh, I get it.
How many hit points does the creature have?
More than that?
More than that.
Alright, well, I put it to sleep for 27 hit points worth of sleep.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna say that you stretch out and you sneak around very quietly and then you stretch your hand out. Yeah, kind of give almost like a blow off of your palm, and this sort of fine mist of magic comes off of your palm and settles on the plant, and it almost looks like it sort of not shrivels, but kind of just pulls in on itself. It's going to, the head of it is going to fall down and rest on the ground, and it is asleep. However, Ryder, it has not loosened its grip on you.
Alright, is it my turn then?
We're not really doing this as a standard combat order. We're just trying to...
So Ryder immediately uses Burning Hands.
Oh my god.
Okay.
You panic fucker.
What does Burning Hands do?
Each creature in a 15-foot cone must make a dexterity saving throw.
What are you doing to us?
Until the sleeper takes damage, it stays asleep.
I'm
That's how
still
sleep
stuck
works.
in its jaws.
Well, it's fine.
Okay, but if it takes damage...
He's freaking out.
Everyone wakes up.
He's freaking out.
He's playing his character.
I was about to say Dracarys opens up his mouth and uses his breath weapon.
My breath weapon would probably be more effective, because mine's fire.
A 5
That's all cause damage
You guys
to
have to
the
say
plant.
Why not? Kill it with fire.
If I'm gonna go out, it's gonna be killing.
Now, hold on. How deep are we in the quicksand again?
You're up to your knees right now, and you're slowly sinking farther.
As long as we don't move, we don't sink very quickly, do we? I'm asking.
Well, that's why I was just going.
That's generally how... I mean, you haven't tried to do anything else yet, but...
I'm just curious, because, there's magic quicksand.
Sure.
That just...
Yeah, you appear to be moving at, a fairly slow rate as you stand still.
It's not lightning quicksand.
This is standard quicksand.
Not lightning quicksand.
After
okay.
Seebo
Lightning sand.
blows the sleep dust,
Okay.
is there a way that he would be able to get above this sand pit in the trees, possibly on a tree branch?
If you want to do an athletics check, you can start climbing.
How high are the branches above us?
The highest ones above you are probably about 10 feet or so. What was your athletics check?
14.
Okay. You are able to start climbing up, however, it's not going to be incredibly quick.
Okay. Well, he's just trying to get above them as quickly as he can.
Okay. Alright, so what are you guys doing from the pit here?
Oh, I'm scared to move, but I don't want to stay here.
Ryder, you're doing your move or whatever?
Yeah, I'm using Burning Hands.
Okay. What does Burning Hands do?
You have to make a dexterity saving throw.
I guess, it's automatically going to fail that because it's asleep, so...
You take 3d6 fire damage.
We have to make it too, don't we?
No, I'm expecting that the plant is right here and you guys are right here. Seeing as the plant dragged me.
What's the radius of it?
15 feet in a cone.
Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah, he's aiming and the cone's going like that.
Okay. So here's the deal with that. Your arms are not really mobile like that because you're wrapped up. So if you want to use it, you can still use it, but your companions, I think, are going to take half damage from the attack.
Wouldn't we be able to make dexterity saving?
We would,
right?
How are you going to dex save if you're stuck in quicksand?
You still move, you just start sinking more.
You're stuck. You can't move.
Oh.
Yeah, we're mobile.
I guess I maybe didn't clarify that. You are currently immobile unless you do something about that.
Well, I want to do something, and I think I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to attempt to cast a spell.
I'm not going to do that.
Is it Vine Whip?
So
Please say it's Vine Whip.
at this point,
Thorn Whip, but yes.
Joan would like to look over at the dry land and use the spell Misty Step.
You basic bitch. You
Joan
basic
Misty steps
bitch.
out of the quicksand.
Rhomash is going... Oh.
So
Alright.
Ryder's just dangling there.
Rhomash is going to attempt to cast Thorn Whip at a tree that's within 30 feet and try to pull himself out.
Okay.
So let's see if I can even cast magic. That's a 2.
Okay, go ahead and try to cast your Thorn Whip.
Oh, I don't like this. Okay, I create this long vine covered in thorns and send it off at a tree.
Okay. You attempt to do that. However, the Thorn Whip comes out the other way and actually wraps around your arm, dealing damage to you.
I knew that was going to happen, too. What a shocker. Yeah, only take 1 damage, though. It's okay. It's totally worth it. Ow! It's called practice, okay?
Ow. Practice makes dead dragonborn.
All right.
Can somebody please get me out of this plant?
Joan puts his finger to his lips in a sort of shushing motion.
He can't see it.
Okay.
Maybe you should have cast sleep.
Joan walks to a point where he can see him and puts his fingers to his lips in a shushing sort of...
How is Seebo coming along?
I think by the time all of this stuff has happened, Seebo's been able to make it to the top of the trees.
Okay. You'd like to take out his 300 feet of hempen rope.
Okay.
Doesn't really need that much, I assume. But he's gonna tie a nice thick knot to this branch, and then he's going to slowly lower the rope down.
Okay. You lower the rope down, and it lands right kind of in between Dracarys and Ryder.
Dracarys, go ahead and start trying to climb your way out.
Already working on it.
All right, do a strength check.
Alright, I'm proficient in those.
Critical fail.
Damn you, Ash!
I'm sorry, but it's so funny.
You gave him the bad juju, my dude.
Some men just
You
want
literally
to watch
just
the world
wished it
burn.
upon me. It's a critical fail.
Okay. You're
I'm sorry.
You are not. You are unable to pull yourself out, and as a result of moving around trying to pull yourself out, you are now in up to your waist.
Guess I just might die.
Thank you.
Resigned to my fate. Question: how thick is the?
She's thick.
Shut up. How much is the plant's, like, I don't know, body or whatever?
The main part of it?
Yeah, the part that's on dry land.
Probably about 2 feet across.
Okay.
Dracarys, are you trying to get out again, or are you pushing the rope to somebody else? What are we doing here?
Well, I've got his butterfingers, so I guess I'm gonna try again, slippery as they are.
All right, give it another shot. You have to roll a little higher here now because you went in farther.
Net 20.
That's a little higher than a critical fail.
That's an 11.
Okay, you are actually able to pull yourself out.
Well, you know, I'm so happy to be on dry land.
All right, so you are dangling on this rope. Are you going to climb up, or are you going to try to swing?
Swing yourself, bud.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the safest route. So, tossing the rope to somebody else and just pulling myself out slowly.
So are you going to like try to just kind of swing over to dry land, basically? Or are you going to try to climb up to the branch where Seebo is?
Well, I guess climb up then.
Okay. Do an athletics check real quick for me.
That's 21.
Okay, yeah. You climb up and you kind of push the end of the rope over to Rhomash.
So, how deep is Ryder?
About the same as you. You guys are in a little past your knees now.
The vine that's holding him, is it like going all the way down to the sand?
Yeah, it's wrapped around him good.
His arms are pinned. All I can see is his face, I'm assuming. I'm going to grab hold of the rope and start climbing my way out, I guess.
Okay, do a strength check.
It just leaves me in there.
That is 16.
Okay, yeah, you're able to pull yourself out. Now I need you to... Are you going to try to climb up the rope?
Oh, I'm gonna swing myself over to right next to the plant.
Do an acrobatics check then.
That's another 16.
Okay, yeah, you're able to swing and you land safely on the ground.
All right, I'm going to grab the vine gently.
Okay.
And attempt to start pulling Ryder out of the quicksand using the vine.
Okay, do a strength check.
Joan will help him because he's right there.
Okay, also do a strength check.
That's a 17. My favorite number.
15.
Okay, you were able to pull Ryder free and you start dragging him towards the dry land. However, as you are just getting him onto dry land, it seems like this thing is about to wake up.
All right, Rhomash is going to instantly attempt to cast Hold Person on the creature. Or the plant.
Okay.
Plants are creatures.
Dunk it, dude.
Plants are creatures too.
That's what he just said.
That's
literally what he
That's an
just
18.
To see if you can do magic?
Yeah.
Okay. You can either do double power or learn a higher spell.
I'm gonna learn a higher spell again. I've almost got them all! One
Gotta
more!
catch 'em all.
One more, people! Og has been teaching me good.
Wow.
Yeah, he has.
Alright,
Apparently not grammar.
Well, of course not. Og can barely talk. He's drunk half the time. Anyway, target has to succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed for the duration, which is up to a minute.
15.
Unfortunately, that works, but I learned another spell.
Okay. This plant has now mostly woken up, and so Ryder, you are on solid ground, but you are still grappled.
In that case, Rhomash is going to take his, fuck it, I'm going to use my breath weapon on the vine at the bait, where it attaches to the plant to attempt to burn it off.
Okay.
I think it needs to make a dex saving throw.
Okay.
Assuming it has dexterity.
I'm just going to say it does have dexterity, but I'm just going to say that's irrelevant because you are right next to it and it is rooted to the ground, so I think dexterity is irrelevant here. You're going to toast it regardless.
Fuck yeah, gotta love Dragonborns. Alright, so 3d6 fire damage.
You don't have to love Dragonborn.
Oh, you gotta love Dragonborns.
Mandatory.
That's 13 fire damage.
Okay. You actually are able to do enough damage that you burn these tendrils off, and Ryder is free. From farther up the path, you hear the captain yell, "Quick, fellows, I found it! Up here, this way! Hurry!"
Wait, what have you been doing this whole time?
Looking for the treasure. What have you been doing? Fighting plants and sinking in sand. Let's follow this guy. Well, stop fighting the plant and come on.
I'm gonna throw this guy in the quicksand with the plant.
Onward!
Let's go.
And they run.
But first, Seebo unties his rope
Okay.
Gotta save the
and
rope.
takes it with him.
Alright. You guys run up ahead, and you find a fairly large clearing, sort of near the base of this mountain. In this clearing, there is a sort of a ruined tower, and within the ruined tower, you can see very clearly a large, sturdy chest sitting there, and right on top of it is a sword in a scabbard.
Ooh,
Well, that was easy to find.
Looks
know.
like you found it indeed.
I like the look of that sword.
Congratulations, sir. You found the sword you've been
hold on.
Seebo would like to pick the sword up.
I hate you so much.
Well, I mean, it's a little ways away. You guys have to walk over to the tower.
We walk over.
okay.
Can I do a perception check of the meadow?
Sure.
Clearing or whatever to see if I see anything like an ambush. That's a 15.
Yeah, I mean, it just looks like a very nice meadow.
Okay, looks clear. Let's go.
Rhomash is going.
I'd like to do an Arcana check.
An Arcana check?
Yeah.
Alright.
On the tower itself.
On the area as far forward as he can tell.
So that
kind of more generally.
You're looking for, like, magic and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, magic and stuff.
I can see.
But that's only an 8.
Okay. You do not detect any magic.
I'm not finding anything, so seems good to me.
Okay. So you guys all go over to the tower, and here is the sword and the chest. Captain Lawrence pops the chest open, and it is full of gold coins and various jewels.
And another lich.
Good God! It's real! I can't believe it!
Wait.
Can't?
What about the sword?
Rhomash is
Hold
gonna
on.
pick up the sword.
Wait. We did all this, and you weren't even sure if it was real.
I had the exact
Listen-
same question in mind.
Listen, my good man. Treasure hunting is a very speculative business. I mean, it's like the stock market.
What's a stock?
What's a stock market?
The stock market's where you like buy and sell things, and then prices go up.
Is that where you sell
Have you
cattle?
Haven't you guys ever been to Beacon?
I thought it was something to do with vegetables.
I thought it was
It doesn't matter. Quick, let's get this out of here before he shows up.
I thought that's where they sold soup
Before
stock.
Blue shows up.
Rhomash picks up the sword.
I'm not even gonna ask. We're just gonna get this stuff and go.
I already asked.
Rhomash is walking away with
Blokes,
the sword.
I may have neglected to tell you something.
Get around to it. Spit it out.
The reason why
You
this
just talk
treasure...
fast enough. Who the fuck is it?
Okay, so the reason why this treasure is so close to shore and yet so unattainable is, a dragon.
Rhomash is running now with the sword away from the tower back to the woods.
With Ryder
As fast as he can.
With Ryder quick on his
He's
tail.
hightailing this shit.
All right, so you guys took off. Will one of you help me with this chest? And he grabs one end of the chest and starts tugging.
Only if I get half.
That's an 11.
11 on what?
Strength check.
Okay. Yeah, that's enough.
Alright.
Alright, so you guys pick up the chest and start moving, and you've taken about 5 paces from this tower when the sun is nearly blotted out by an enormous green dragon that flies overhead and roars. Run! Run for your lives! Come on!
Wait, with or without the treasure?
With the treasure, obviously!
Alright.
And you start hightailing it through the woods. Good. Everybody, go ahead and make a we'll do a survival check.
17.
Oh, fuck yeah. 19.
I don't mean to overshadow you, but I get a nat 20.
Okay.
16.
12.
Poor Seebo.
All right.
Just jump through a portal back to hell.
Seebo is having some difficulties. However, the rest of you are able to traverse fairly well through here, and I think since everybody else did well enough, Seebo is, although he's kind of stumbling, he's able to at least follow you and not
Holy
lose his
shit, I
way.
need a bear right now!
He needs a bear.
You guys are pushing through this forest, running as fast as you can, and you make great time as this dragon roars overhead.
As we dodge all of the quicksand.
Yeah, exactly. And you are just within sight of the beach when you see this dragon swoop low down, so low over the beach that sand actually kicks up behind it. And right as you break through the foliage onto the sand-covered beach, you see this dragon smash into the side of your ship, destroying it. My ship!
Well, shit.
Alright. Joan's like surveying the horizon, seeing if there's any pieces of land out there.
Rhomash dives back into the forest.
Somebody want to do a perception check for me?
Do it. Oh, everyone do it. That's a 10.
Unnatural 20.
Oh,
What are we doing?
Perception.
7.
28.
Fucking broke it.
I'll just say that, Seebo, because you have been stumbling so far behind and you haven't quite broken through the tree line yet, you notice that small ways away from the beach, there is some sort of a cave or like a small hole almost into the side of the hill.
Alright, as Seebo comes running out onto the beach, he starts booking towards the cave. Everybody go for the cover!
Rhomash makes a beeline for the
Run for the cave, come on!
Alright, and you guys sprint, and you barely make it inside as this dragon mists poison all across the ground right behind you. You are just able to get in.
Well, this is a kettle of fish.
No, this
It
is
is-
the cave.
It has now been a few hours. The sun has set, and you guys are still stuck in this cave trying to figure things out. Captain Lawrence has been sitting near the edge of the cave, sort of fuming with himself. Finally, you hear him just say, "Well, confound it all. All right, blokes, I think I can get us out of here, but, I'm not... Well, I can get us out of here. Just sit tight."
One of us has to die. That's my guess.
I mean,
No, nothing quite that dramatic, but,
listen, Joan's been dead longest. I've been dead second longest. I think it's someone else's turn to take it.
So the captain sits down near the edge of the cave and pulls out his pipe and packs it full of tobacco and starts smoking pretty furiously. But as he does so, you notice that he is muttering sort of a string of words.
While he does that, Rhomash is going to take the sword out of its scabbard and have a look at it.
Okay. This is an intricately wrought sword. The crossguard and handle are absolutely exquisite. It has a emblem of a lion worked into it. And basically, this is probably the best sword you've ever held in your hand.
Well, I wonder if they'll let me keep this. This is kind of nice.
Probably not.
Oh, that's a pity.
I thought you didn't use steel.
Well, he has a scimitar. He doesn't wear metal, is what he doesn't do.
I mean, you think I could convince him to let me borrow it at least? This is pretty cool.
Probably not.
Oh.
It's like somebody asking to borrow my weapon. It's a big no.
I mean, your weapon is pretty unique. I mean, this is a sword. Yours is a whatever it is.
So, Seebo, you have noticed, as they've been talking back and forth, that as he's been muttering and smoking, the smoke from his pipe appears to be taking shape as it floats up into the sky.
Arthur, what are you doing?
I'm trying to get us some help. Just sit tight, my boy.
The shapes of the smoke, I mean, I think I'm pretty good at blowing smoke, but
That's for sure.
It's quite unique.
Ryder's just sitting
Yes, indeed. And we'll just say that you notice that there's a lot of intricate carvings on his pipe that you did not notice before. And that's it.
Ryder's just sitting in the corner playing some music as he's watching this all go on.
Are those runes on your pipe?
Not exactly runes in the traditional sense. This was given to me by a friend. Well, more of a business associate, I suppose. So anyways, the rest of the night goes more or less without incident. I mean, as much as it can when there's a dragon sort of roaring around as you huddle in a cave. At first light, the captain gathers you all together and says, "Now listen here, chaps. You're going to have to trust me. We're going to take all of our things in this chest, and we're going to break for the beach as fast as we can.
Okay.
And then what?
Then hopefully,
Wait.
I'm in the positive side of the business ledger."
Wait. I got an idea. I think I might be able to help us out with this.
And Rhomash is going to attempt to cast Pass Without Trace on all of them.
Hey, Rhomash,
Yo.
I'm just going to save you a spell slot. It's a dragon. They can say through, like, all that shit. You may have forgotten that, but dragons have perception for, like, everything.
Excuse me.
I'm just saying, I'm saving
No, for real. I've looked at
I'm
the
saving
stats.
you the trouble here.
Where's the fucking Ring of Power when you need it?
All right, so, are you guys all in agreement with his plan here?
Yes.
Yeah.
I hate running out in front of dragons.
I think you just hate running in general.
Alright, this is a really, really bad idea, but I got no other solution, so let's do it.
All right, so
To die another
Arthur
day.
picks up one end of the chest. Joan, are you picking up the other end again?
Yep.
Okay. He goes, "Ready? Go!"
And we're
And you
off.
sprint as fast as you can. You hear this dragon take flight and roar behind you, and its wings are flapping, and you are just absolutely sprinting for the beach. When suddenly you hear a volley of loud explosions from somewhere in the water, and just as you break the tree line, you see the flash of several cannons from a ship that is anchored directly offshore as these cannonballs impact into the dragon.
Fuck yeah.
This ship is very particular. It's one you've never seen before, and it has a large eye on the side of it. And you notice that a longboat has been brought to shore and is waiting for you with a man sitting at the oars, waving you on.
All right, then. Hop aboard.
Aye, Captain. Let's fucking go.
Have to tell me twice.
Rhomash nosedives into the freaking longboat.
Alright, so you guys dive onto the longboat, a few of you man the oars, and you quickly paddle away as the cannons from this ship continue to fire and keep the dragon at bay.
Take no business fighting dragons.
You don't say.
What is your business, sir?
No time for that.
This is
Row,
piracy.
Joan, row.
Hot? They're real. They've been talking about, I don't know what is that?
Listen, my boy, just row for now and we can talk later.
Rhomash is double timing his rowing.
Alright, so you make it to the boat, climb aboard. You get everything safely stowed, and quickly the boat pulls away from this island. All right then, Littlebeard, I suppose that you're going to be wanting some compensation for this one.
Oh, that's always in the cards.
I suppose it's only fair.
Yes. Now, which one is the bright one among you?
That would be me.
Right then. I'll have private accommodations for you near me quarters.
Very well.
Bright? Excuse me. There's no better warrior. There's no better bard than I. I am probably the most intelligent being.
Listen,
Sure you're a wordy fellow.
Sir, all I'm looking for is a good drink.
That you'll find in the galley.
Thank you, sir.
You'll find the drink. You might not find the cook.
That's fine by me.
that's a pity. You know what? I'm gonna go hang out in the crow's nest just for kicks and giggles.
I'd advise you all to stay above decks as much as possible.
Naga flag it, and then he walks away. No words. No words.
He didn't mean that.
And Rhomash climbs up into the crow's nest.
Not a finger.
All right. So you all settle in for what ends up being a very interesting voyage on this strange ship. Strangely enough, all of the crew members appear to have been instructed either to ignore you or not to talk to you. You're not sure, but they all seem to be almost elusive. You'll see one and turn your back for a moment only for them to be gone. However, you again find yourselves at port without incident, and it is nearing the end of this second day. Well, chaps, it looks like another successful treasure hunt.
I don't know what you think a successful treasure hunt looks like, but I don't believe that that's one.
Glad to have been of service, sir.
Oh, fucking yeah, that was cool.
Well, I think I could take a nice glass of sherry after all of that.
I am in agreement with that.
Littlebeard, could you, I assume you chaps will want to hang on to the sword, but could you, keep this treasure chest locked up nice and tidy for us until we're able to come back?
Oh yeah. I'll store it where nobody else will find it.
Thank you for your generosity, and I will make sure you are compensated for this one. I know last time I was a little light, but you know business is how it is, and I'm sure we can make things work out this time.
Sure. You'll owe me another favor another day. I'll put my depressing fellow on the topic of hiding your treasure for me.
Captain Arthur goes over and scoops some gold coins out of the chest and puts them in a bag and says, "Right then, fellows, I'll be off to the local boarding house to secure some rooms. Why don't you grab us a table at the tavern and I will join you shortly." And with that, he strolls down the gangplank and heads off towards the boarding house.
You know, I was gonna write down fancy ass sword on in my inventory, and all I got around to writing was fancy ass.
Before
got some
Seebo
fancy
exits
ass
the ship, he'd like to walk over to Littlebeard, shake his hand, and say, "It was a real pleasure talking to you last night. I think that you could be a very unique ally in my future."
Well, sure. And I feel like, I could greatly benefit from some adventures with you. Perhaps you should board with me sometime.
Perhaps I should. Never been much of a pirate, but thieving, that's my home territory.
Sure. Where did you get the monocle, by the way?
Well, this is a family relic, actually.
Could I have it?
Well, I don't really want to part ways with it, but it's
How
also
much?
it's also attached to my face.
That don't much matter. I know someone who can remove it.
Well,
He's got a fascination for eyes.
Well, you know, Littlebeard, I'll have to come back to you on that one.
Are you sure?
Perhaps another time.
Take a card.
And Seebo will take this business card and give him a little salute.
Spoiler alert, all he has to do is rub it, and a little image of Littlebeard appears and he talks to him.
And down the plank he goes.
All right, so you guys have grabbed a table at the local tavern. It's now been about 45 minutes, and you have not been joined by Arthur.
I'm getting a little concerned that we haven't seen Larry.
I'm getting a little concerned. We haven't seen our treasure.
Well, you know what? We came here for the sword. We got the sword. Maybe we'll get some remuneration when we get back to the city.
Listen, the captain will be here when he be here, Joan says through a mouthful of steak.
Is that on his tab or yours?
Well, that's definitely not his. You know it is.
Oh, yes.
I pay for my own stuff. I'm not a vagrant.
No, but you are a great fool.
Excuse me, Joan. Can I trouble you for a few pieces of whatever delicacy you are eating?
You already had your food. What do you need more for?
He mentioned vagrant.
It's called steak, and yeah, you're welcome to a few bites.
Speaking of getting back to the city, hey Seebo, you think you learned enough to teleport us back, so we don't have to do an epic long journey that might have some side missions or anything, you know?
Well, I'm still working with Lawson, but maybe I can contact him.
That'd be kind of cool.
I'll give it a shot.
In the meantime, I'm gonna get myself another steak. Those are delicious.
Alright. Again, I don't even know why I ask anymore. But Seebo, since you were the last one off the ship, I need you to roll a little bit of a perception check for me.
Hey, 23.
Now that you've been sitting in this tavern for a while and Arthur has not appeared, you begin to think back on it, and you remember that as he was getting off the ship, he gave Littlebeard something of a curious glance when he got off the ship.
You know, when we were leaving the ship, it seemed like Captain Littlebeard and Arthur exchanged a look.
Wait, you don't think they double-crossed us or some shit, do you?
Maybe they're just lovers.
Or maybe they did swindle us. I mean, we're talking about thieves.
Okay, listen here, Rogue.
There's not much on.
You're our thief expert. How were you not paying attention to them enough or something? Did they swindle us?
I mean, you guys left the treasure chest on the boat.
He left the treasure chest on the boat. We didn't argue with him.
Yeah, but you left your money unattended with someone you don't know.
Oh no,
I still got the sword.
Well, that's what we
So
came for,
that's
isn't it?
accomplished.
that's the one rule. That's the one freaking rule, and I totally forgot about it.
You are all way too worried about your financial compensations.
Listen here, farmer boy.
Alright, so are you guys gonna return to the harbor?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. As you return to the harbor, you see Littlebeard's ship pulling out of the harbor, and on the back deck, you see the figure of Arthur waving at you, and he yells out to you,
Sorry, chaps, but after Littlebeard took his cut, this was the only way I could break even. Better luck next time to you.
That's fine.
Well, if I ever see you again, I'm gonna eat your toes.
and you see the ship carried under a mysterious wind go quickly out to sea.